Alright, what's going on guys? Percy TCG here. I have a quick announcement I want to make. We're creeping up on 500 subscribers. As of recording this, we're at 261. So, with that being said, I want to give back to the community. I want to hand out a blue starter deck. I believe by that time, we should be able to hit 500 subscribers. To enter, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. And make sure you leave a comment down on this video. You have to comment on the video. If you do not comment on the video, it will not enter you into the giveaway. Alright, what's going on guys? Percy TCG here, and today I have some more gameplay for you. I have Purple Midrange on the left versus the Wurple Axebiter on the right. So we're just gonna start off with my turn over here. We started off with White's turn, but they didn't play anything, so we're gonna go into my turn and I play a Lamorak turn 1. Just ping for 1 damage real quick, you know, nothing crazy on turn 1. Looks like I had a early Netherworld Depths there, so he's going to go ahead and place a Burst, and here is the Axebiter. Not what you want to see, but you know, it is what it is, it happens. I was doing the math for like the probabilities of hitting like 4 cards in hand. It's like 17% or something like that, 15 to 17% if you play 4 copies in a 50 card deck. So we're going to come down with a Camelot Knight. I know I have to rush this deck down because if it gets to late game, they're obviously going to win. They played the late game much better than I can. Go ahead and pay 4, come down with Netherworld Depths. So now we're sitting pretty. We're looking pretty good now. We're just gonna go ahead and pass it here. We don't want to lose the Lamorak or the Camelot Knight. We can wait a turn to throw a couple cores on the Lamorak and start looping the Camelot Knight if he wants to block that. Either or that he wants to block, we could just loop it back to hand if he blocks and destroys it. So here he is with 4 cores. He has 3 cores on the Axebiter, so he has this indestructible effect. So I probably should have swung the Camelot Knight in early because he didn't have the destruction protection. And with Curse, it would have destroyed the Axebiter. Because Curse does not target. So the purple armor is useless. So we're going to pay 2, come down with the Beldegor here. Beldegor is his on summon effect is pretty useless for us against white because most stuff has armor purple. But so we're just gonna go ahead, throw him down, start playing this rush game that we want to play. So Lamorak, bring Camelot Knight back to hand after he dies from battle resolution, and swing in the Lamorak here. And then we're just gonna go ahead and swing the Beldegor in. Like I said, we want to get this game over as early as possible. The longer this game goes, the worse it looks for us. That goes for anyone else playing against the white-purple Axebiter deck. You don't want to let this game go late. If you can end this game like turn 4, turn 5, then do it. Like playing against this deck, you kind of almost have to turn your brain off and just summon a bunch of stuff and just keep swinging. So here he is. He has 3, 6, 7 cores here. 3 on the Axebiter. He's going to pay 5 and Burning Force the Nexus. Get the Netherworld Depths out the way. Doesn't want me getting that free value off the Depths. Gonna pass it over to me. Core, draw, refresh. So we're going to come down with a Camelot Knight here. Still playing this rush style. Going to keep spamming spirits. Place a burst there. Gonna pay 2. Come down with another Beldegor. So now we got 4 spirits. He has to have an ice shield here or he loses the game. Unless he has like infinity shield or something like that. Or suppression. So he's gonna take it, pops the ice shield. Ends battle phase. And we're just going to pass it right back to him. So core, draw, refresh. So right now we're looking good. The game's going a little bit longer. We're starting to get to that mid game. He doesn't really have much of a board presence, but with as many cores as he has, he can create a board presence fairly easily, depending on what he's got to work with. So there's a Black Jaguar. Definitely not what we want to see. I didn't think he was playing this card, but he is. So he's going to bot deck both of my Beldegors with the when summon on the Black Jaguar. Feels bad, but I mean, didn't expect it. I didn't think he was playing that. So he's going to bump it up to level 2. So now things aren't looking so good. He definitely slowed our tempo down a lot by getting rid of 2 of our units. He's just going to pass it off here. He probably has another ice shield down. He doesn't want to pop quite yet. So he's just going to leave his 2 units refreshed. So here we're thinking. Saw we had a Lamorak in hand. Gonna go ahead and pay 2. Summon the Lamorak. And at this point, it's rough for us because we want to rush him, but we don't have enough like low cost spirits to do so. I don't know if that's another Beldegor in hand or not. So there goes the Camelot Knight. Also, if he has an Infinity Shield or a Suppression in hand, completely like shuts down our board. So we're gonna swing the Lamorak in here. If he has the obviously has the block there. So we're thinking here, do we want to use this core theft that we have in our hand? Do we just want to get rid of this immediately so we keep our Lamorak on board, but we decide not to. So Lamorak will strip a core off the Black Jaguar after it's destroyed. Take it to the reserve, so now he's down to level 1. And we'll swing the Lamorak. Going into his flash step, he's thinking here, does he want to use a flash ability? He really wants to take care of this Lamorak here. He wants to kind of clear my board, so he's going to Infinity Shield for 2. And so he's able to block while exhausted, so back into my flash step, I'm thinking here. So we're going to pay 3, come down with the core theft. So we want to get rid of this Black Jaguar, so we're going to discard the Beldegor and the core drain. And we're just going to go ahead and destroy the Black Jaguar there. So we don't even got to deal with them. So Black Jaguar will go to the trash, and the attack is still going through. And he's going to pop the Ice Shield. See, I was confused here because I thought that he initiated the block, but we were on the initial flash step. So the block was never initiated. So the Black Jaguar died before he got the block. So the attack still goes through, still has to pop the Ice Shield, and we're just going to pass it off to him. So core, draw, refresh. A lot of cores to work with here. This is not what we want to see. We're getting a bit too late into the game. It's where this is almost undoable, but we're keeping it at a pretty controlled board state. So it's not out of hand yet until we see this guy. This guy is an absolute menace. He is so annoying for you when you're playing purple. Makes the Axebiter absolutely untouchable by anything. Gonna place another burst. We've already ran through 2 of his ice shields so far. I'd imagine that maybe a third, maybe it's a dream bomb, we don't know. He's just gonna pass it here after doing that. So he just goes with the 1 summon and passes it off. So core, draw, refresh. Got a Camelot Knight in hand. I think I saw a Dread Knight Nemesis. So here is a Camelot Knight. So we're going to go ahead and pay 5, come down with the Nemesis. Which I think we did that wrong. If we would have summoned the Camelot Knight, we would have had 3 reductions down to 4. Pay 4. Yeah, see, we lost 1 spirit off of doing that, so that's a pretty big misplay there. If we would have just summoned the Camelot Knight for free, I think that's Camelot Knight, then we would have 4 spirit on board, swing for both of his life. So he would have to pop like a Infinity Shield or something like that in order to live this turn. So that was a misplay on my part. Costed me the game. Unfortunately. So Lamorak's going to bring back the Dread Knight Nemesis. So it's pretty nice to be able to loop the Dread Knight Nemesis, whether you're getting the 2 draws or you're getting the 2 cores stripped. We're still sitting at 5 life, so we're not too scared, but a Newman Guard just completely changes that. 8 cards in reserve. Newman Guard is definitely doable right now, and he is a pain to deal with. Because when he's on the board, he's refreshing everything, and then you don't want to take him off the board because it gives your opponent so much advantage. If anything, ban Newman Guard. That card's stupid. Yeah, that thing. Ban that thing. Literally no counterplay to that thing. Besides Dream Bomb. Then I guess Escape Avalanche now, but still. If you have a Enterprise, you can't even do that. Well, you can do it Inescapable Avalanche because it doesn't target, doesn't select. So he's debating here on the burst card. He's just going to go ahead and pass it off here. Leave him a couple cores on everything. So core, draw, refresh. We have a Baculus hand. We have a Mordred, it looked like. Mordred doesn't help us here, unfortunately. I think I see a Maduke in hand. Maduke would cost 6. We'd have 1 core on her. Maybe it would be worth to do the Maduke, but if he has a Dream Bomb for the Maduke, it's just, yeah, you don't see that. So, yeah, we're just going to Maduke this turn. Put her up to level 2, give her Blood Curse. I think, yeah, we just pass it here because we don't want to swing Camelot Knight in. He just blocks the Axebiter, kills Camelot Knight. We get nothing from it. So we're going back into the Wurple's turn. We haven't seen too much purple out of the Wurple deck, but I promise it's white and purple. This version of it, I guess, caters more to the white side than it does the purple side. So here's a Mecha Wing Duck. Nice little 1 cost, 1 reduction card. Give you some board presence. So that Newman Guard is now level 2, and he's an absolute menace to society. And the Enterprise is also level 2 or level 3, one of the two, I don't know. But he's also giving everything armor white, purple, red, yellow. So he's gonna swing Axebiter in here. I don't really want to take it. I kind of wanted to block with Maduke, but if I block with the Maduke, then it leaves him opportunity to swing in with other things. So he's going to swing the Mecha Wing in, and then he's going to pass his turn, refresh 2. So core, draw, refresh. So now we're in a very rough spot. Things turned very quickly as soon as he got a Newman Guard and a Enterprise down. So we got Maduke to level 2, so we're trying to push for game here. Don't want to play this game anymore, so here comes the Aglavale. The only way he can really out this is if he has the Dream Bomb. If he has the Dream Bomb here, then we're kind of screwed. If he doesn't have Dream Bomb, then it's GG, we win. It's kind of how it is for us right now. So swing Camelot Knight in. He's going to block, no flash. Well, no flash block, and then he's going to flash. Dream Bomb. Pay 3. And he's going to Dream Bomb the Maduke, return the Maduke to hand. Turn off Blood Curse for everything, so the Camelot Knight is going to end up dying in this battle resolution. He's going to return to hand due to Lamorak. Yeah, the Dream Bomb, we were kind of just banking on if he had the Dream Bomb or not. 3-card hand, it was worth the chance to take, you know. It is what it is. He had the answer. It's just how it is. Sometimes they have the answer. If I wouldn't have made the misplay earlier, when I had a Camelot Knight in hand, probably wouldn't even need to worry about this. But, you know, it is what it is. So back into the Wurple's turn. He's thinking here. I think he's trying to figure out a way to push for as much value as possible. Sees I have a burst there, more likely an Ice Shield. He's really thinking hard here. Asking BPs, the Lamorak has 4k and the Aglavale has 3k. So he's going to swing the Axebiter in here. We're just going to take it. Probably should have just procced the Ice Shield there so I could stick at 3 life. And then we're just going to pop Ice Shield here, pay the 4. And he's going to pass it on over to me. So core, draw, refresh. Rotting Swamp does not help me here. Does not help my case. So we'll come down with a Camelot Knight. Throw the Soul Core on him. Then we're looking at paying 5, coming down with the Maduke again, or do we want to pay 4? See, we could have paid 5 and came down with the Maduke again and then swung the Camelot Knight in. But he would have let the Camelot Knight hit, but we also have the Aglavale there. So maybe the better option here would have been the Maduke instead of the option I chose. Because here we're looking, trying to count. Because honestly, I just want to get as many attacks in as possible. Because I know if I can go wider than he is, I can. It's a better chance of winning the game, I feel like, than trying to play for the Blood Curse thing. Because he probably has a Dream Bomb in hand. So I come down with the Baculus to take everything down to 1 core. So now everything's at 1 core except the Axebiter because he just can't be touched. Then we're going to come down with another Camelot Knight. See, this is where mathing goes wrong. If I would have just played the Camelot Knight, and then played Maduke for 4, it would have been the same outcome, but for the same cost. Glad I'm watching this back because I see there are things I could have improved on, especially with this one. So we come down with Dread Knight Nemesis. So I'm debating to swing the Nemesis in here or not. We have the 6 spirits, so we have 2 spirits over what he has. So if he has no flash that can do anything to me, then I have enough attacks to win game. That's kind of how I was thinking. But the Blood Curse route probably would have been better to go, just because even if he had like a Infinity Shield, regardless if he would have blocked the Camelot Knight or not, it would have been GG because I would have swung in. Well, math. Because I don't know if the other Aglavale would have had Curse to gain Blood Curse. Because if that one didn't have Blood Curse, then it would have just been easy to stop. Because you just let the Camelot Knight hit, go down to 1. Then you swing in Maduke with Blood Curse, and you just block with the Mecha Wing. So we're really thinking about it here. We'll just go ahead, swing the Nemesis in, use effect, target himself. He'll die, I draw 2. Nemesis comes back to hand because of Lamorak being at level 2. It's very nice to loop that with the Lamorak. So now I'm thinking the draws weren't the craziest, but Deadly Balanced is a bit of a helper, except when he has that Newman Guard on field. Because he's going to select the Newman Guard 10 out of 10 times. So debating if I want to keep swinging in here, because I know if I swing in, I'm not going to have enough attacks, but I'll put him down to 1, and so he can't burst Ice Shield me. So yeah, we just swing the Aglavale in. So it's just an Aglavale with 1k, so he's going to block with the Mecha Wing there. Mecha Wing is also 1k, so he will also be destroyed. Slide the other Camelot Knight up, swing in with him for 1k. Kind of trying to make him decide on, make him think about who he wants to block with, because I'm leaving that curse unit still refreshed. So he's going to go ahead and take that one. We don't want to swing the Camelot Knight in because it will destroy the Newman Guard. That is not what we want going into his turn, is him to proc that Newman Guard off. So he's going to go ahead and block with the Axebiter. So we're thinking here, we're just going to not flash, let the Baculus die. Then we're going to swing in the Camelot Knight. He's going to choose no flash. Then I choose to flash the Deadly Balance. I know he can't choose the Enterprise or the Axebiter due to the armor. He was confused about the armor because he's selecting it. but armor says the opponent's magic card cannot select. So he can't select the Enterprise or the Axebiter here, so he has to select the Newman Guard. So Newman Guard will die there. He will ramp 3 cores and draw 3. So we're kind of just high rolling whatever he draws. If he doesn't draw what he needs, then it's GG. We win game. But if he draws the Infinity Shield or the Suppression, then it's yeah, we don't win here. So he's gonna block with the Enterprise. Gonna flash Ice Shield, pay 3 for the Ice Shield. Unfortunate. So yeah, Camelot Knight will die, and he will take the Enterprise with him. So I'm guessing that he drew the Ice Shield off of the Newman Guard. He might have been holding on to it, but I don't know. Again, he just had the right card at the right time. It is what it is. He comes down with the Greg Armor. Comes down with another Greg Armor. And at this point, I already know it's GG. He has more spirits than I can block, so pay 5, come down with the Newman Guard, throw some cores down. Unfortunately, that Newman Guard is what got him the game win. So, it is what it is, you know. Just gonna throw another core on the Newman Guard, because why not, you know. Swinging in the Greg Armor. No flash, no flash. Just gonna take it. Swing in the Newman Guard. No flash, no flash. Block with Lamorak. Lamorak will die. Remove a core from the Greg Armor. Swing in Greg Armor, no flash, and that's game 1. Alright, on to game 2. Alright, now going into game 2, boys. I go ahead and take the first turn here. I think probably taking first turn's best going into white-purple. So we're going to draw for turn. Gonna pay 4, come down with a Rotting Swamp. Just get that early reduction established. He's obviously not going to Burning Force this turn 1. We just want to get that guaranteed reduction. He's doing the same. Rocket City, come down with 2 Mecha Wing Ducks. He's just going aggro as he can. Swing in with the Mecha Wing. Swing in with the other Mecha Wing. I have no answer to that, so pass it off to me. So core, draw, refresh. So we actually have an answer to what he just did to us. So pay 2, here's a Beldegor. Destroy one of them. Alright, pay 2, here's a Beldegor. Destroy the other one. So now that was very, very, very nice for us. Got rid of his board presence. Honestly, it was a very lucky opening getting 2 Beldegors. Perfect for us. Swing in the Beldegor. We want to keep playing this aggro game. We don't want him establishing an Axebiter in another World Depths. I didn't swing the other Beldegor in to potentially set him up to be in the trash for later plays. And I also didn't want to give him too many cores to work with. Gonna come down with another Rocket City and then pay 2 for a Greg Armor. Throw the Soul Core under the Rocket City. Is just gonna pass it to me. Core, draw, refresh. So we're going to go ahead and pay 1, come down with a Aglavale. Throw a Soul Core onto him. Give him Curse, so if he does block it, then it will destroy the Greg Armor. Gonna get another Aglavale with level 2 Curse. So we have a great board here. Very rush heavy board. Swing in the Aglavale. He's gonna take it. Swinging the Beldegor. We don't mind if the Beldegor dies. Him sitting in trash is more beneficial for us. He's going to go ahead and block the Beldegor. Rotting Swamps will trigger, giving us a draw of him being destroyed. So we're debating, do we want to keep going Unga Bunga? And we do. We just swing the Aglavale in, and we swing the what is that? Beldegor? Yeah, the other Beldegor in. Player makes it very hard to see. Next, not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after, the shop owner actually gave me new tripod, so better angles. So he's gonna throw a couple cores on the Rocket City, so I don't get value out of my Rotting Swamps, and he just says go next. He doesn't even want to play this one out. So now we're just going straight into game 3. I decided to keep my hand. We're gonna go first with my turn. Pay 3, come down with the Aglavale. Honestly, you want to get an Aglavale or a Dragonaga Assassin down turn 1 if you're playing purple. Make a Wing Duck for 1. He decides to swing in here. Debating if he wants to swing or not. Yeah, he's just going to swing the Mecha Wing here. We're just going to take it. We don't want to lose the Aglavale yet. We want to keep our board presence. Although the trade does seem nice. Well, I don't think it's a trade, actually. I think he has more BP than us. So he's just going to go ahead and get Mordred. Mordred's going to take out the Mecha Wing, place a burst, swing the Mordred in. Again, we don't want to swing too much because we don't want to give him too many cores to work with. Currently has 7 cores. So he can't put anything big out right now. He has no reduction symbols. So he's thinking here. He's going to end up coming down with the Netherworld Depths. So he's established the depths, so things get a little scary now. But you know what they say. Well, you know what I said in the last gameplay. Mama ain't raised no bitch. And I ain't scared of no Netherworld Depths, alright? Gotta pay 1, come down with the Aglavale. Pay 1, come down with another Aglavale. We're pushing for game, baby. We're not gonna let this go late game. Okay? We got an opportunity, we're gonna take it, alright? Swing Aglavale, he'll get his draw. Ping a damage. Swing Aglavale, he'll get his draw. Ping another damage. Swing Mordred. He'll get his draw. Now, the only reason why I get away with this is because he has no cores to pay for anything. And because I have just enough spirits to attack his life. So, that'll be GG. Good game. So, my man, it was a great game. This is just how you have to play the matchup. See you guys in the next one. Peace.